What's up, y'all? I'm Chris Hayes, 508. This is On the Spot. Today we got a very special guest. Please introduce yourself. Tell us your name, tell us where you're from, and let us know what you got going on.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I am Tierz. I'm from London, UK. I'm a solo artist that's been around the likes of Mobb Deep, Dappy, Craig David, Exhibit, Cypress Hill, Demrick. And I've recently appeared on Channel 4 and BBC over in London. I've written a book and I'm working really hard on my music right now, which is obviously paying off to get the likes of you guys asking to obviously interview. So thank you for having me.
Wow.
Yeah.
You mentioned some big names, man. You've been around some legends, man, even from the U.S.,
yeah.
You know, from Mobb Deep to UK to Craig David, everywhere in between, man. I want to find out more about you. I want to talk about this book. I want to talk about your music. I want to talk about what's next. But before we do that, I want to officially welcome you to On the Spot, man. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you very much. No, it's great for the invitation to have obviously come through and for this to have obviously happened. We've been speaking for a minute now, and thankfully the diaries have collided and well, we're both free. So here we are. So thank you for having me.
I know it's hard to align the schedules. I'm glad you're here. Before we start, I want to officially welcome you to On the Spot, man. You already know, bro. We got to do the official intro, and you know, it's definitely nice to finally have you on the show. Now, before we get started, I want to talk about your name. Yep. So tell the people again, what is your artist name? Who gave it to you? Why did you choose it? How do you spell it? Just tell people a little bit more about your name and what it means. Sure.
So Tierz, it's spelled T-I-E-R-Z. It means elevation. And the funny thing is, it's all of my music is about personal experiences in the past. So I guess it's like tears, maybe like emotion. Everyone's like, oh, you just cry a lot. But no. But yeah, it means elevation. So it's spelled T-I-E-R. Obviously, you know, that's how it's spelled in the dictionary is elevation. And yeah, always up to the next plateau, to be honest.
That's a great word. That's a real underused word. And also it has a couple of different meanings depending on, you know, how you're looking at it. And obviously you do have very personal tracks. I was just listening to some of your tracks, even the newest one, Searching. I mean, you know, you're writing songs for yourself, you're writing songs for your family. A lot of people can relate to your music, man, and I definitely respect that a lot. But I want to find out a little bit more about your journey because, like you mentioned in the beginning, you've been around a lot of legendary artists, man. You've had quite a journey. You got a book out. So I kind of just want to go back to the beginning a little bit, man. Tell the people, when did you get started in recording, releasing music? How'd you get into it? What's been your motivation to go so long in your career?
So I guess it probably started realistically. My first interest of music was when my cousin introduced me to the likes of Mobb Deep, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, obviously. And then growing up, there were times in my life where I was, you know, and my nan told me to write down my feelings and then get rid of them. But when I started writing down, it came out as like rhyming, and I was like, okay, this could be, you know, obviously quite cool. And as I'm listening to tracks, you know, like we've all done it, we're listening to our favorite artist, and then we're writing along to obviously what they're saying. And before I knew it, cutting forwards from that to maybe another 5 years ahead of that situation, I then got signed to a record label, and then things just started snowballing. And to be honest, I really enjoyed the journey. Like the people that I've been fortunate enough to work with, alongside, all around. I've been to Ireland and Scotland and many parts of obviously the UK. I've had my music come in at number 3 in New England on Charged Up Top 10,
Wow.
Which is an American, you know, platform for music.
That's all in Connecticut, right?
New England. I'm not sure exactly where it is.
I know what you're talking about. They got a TV show and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, Charged Up. Yeah, so you got Young Spaz.
Yeah.
So Spaz, obviously. And yeah, obviously, the track that I wrote that came in at number 3, I wrote at Labyrinth's recording studio with a guy called AO Beats. And AO Beats at the moment, as you may or may not know, is huge. You know, he's doing some big bits in Dubai. And then that got us the collaboration with Ironic. Off the back of that. So basically it's all just sort of snowballed, to be honest with you. I've been very fortunate and enjoyed the journey. you know, and I've tried to never miss an opportunity as well. And now, obviously, I'm here talking to you, you know, and so, you know, and I kind of aim for targets. If I don't hit them, I think, right, next time, that's fine. But 9 times out of 10, I apply myself. I've got some good people around me, and I'm too stubborn to lose. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's gone at the moment. That's pretty much how it's gone at the moment.
Because we're running out of time, and I want to actually make sure we get a chance to talk about the book and your music. So for the people watching right now,
yeah,
what is the first song you want them to check out from you? What's the name? Where can they find it? What do they need to know?
Okay, so I mean, I've been fortunate to work with some very big names, as you know. I mean, one of them including John Peppard, who's a singer-songwriter who's worked with Garth Brooks and Czech. We released an EP. Wow. All the way from that through to obviously working with AO Beats, who's a fantastically lovely person, very professional, and associated with many big names himself. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to say that all these tracks that I've ever done have realistically been handpicked by professional people, and obviously myself. So I'd say check them all out, see what you're saying, because obviously I'm quite versatile, and you've got guitar tracks and you've got lovey-dovey tracks through to, you know, naughtier tracks, basically. But as a start, if you wanted to go onto YouTube and just check out Home, you know, it gives you the start to the EP that I've done with AO, which then opened the doors for Retri2 and Tiny Temper to give a comment about one of the tracks that we just mentioned, which came in at number 3 on Charged Up Top 10. So yeah, just go and check that out. And yeah, we had a great day filming that as well. So shout out to Boss Media for that one, and Katrina for coming through and kindly being the model. Yeah, we had a really fun day shooting at Home. So check out Home. Yeah.
So is most of your music on YouTube, or where can people find like your catalog at?
It's a bit all over the place, to be honest. So my YouTube, I got taken down after a dispute with professional people that had my back. So I basically started that again. Everything you see, I'm literally doing on my own.
Wow.
Predominantly on Facebook, Tierz, Daniel Andrews, Tierz. You'll see me up there. Everything, I keep everyone updated. I mean, at the moment it's daily, whether it be filming or I'm creating a film from my book as well, or it be shows or interviews and etc. You know, so that's the place at the moment. But I kind of feel next year it's probably going to change, because I've got a couple of big name collaborations coming up, which are looking to hopefully really elevate, obviously, my career and bring everyone that's around me up as well.
Man, that happens a lot, where, you know, you're working with people and they have a power trip and they try to pull the plug. But you know, one thing they can do, man, they can't stop great people, man. And I can tell you're a really good person. You're a talented person. And at the end of the day, I always like to, I guess, quote myself, but it's like, you know, talent will open up some doors, but your attitude is going to keep you in the building, man. And you have a great attitude. So it's like, you know, some people, you know, when you separate from people, that's meant to be, man. You're getting better. You're getting stronger. You're getting focused. You've learned a lot in this game. But also, I want to find a little bit about this book that you mentioned. Tell us a little bit about the book.
Yeah, so the book is on mental health. So I've suffered for years with the old noggin. And I got to a point in life where things weren't great, to be completely honest, for up here sort of thing. And so every single time that I was seeing a doctor, they said to me, why don't you try reading the book, you know, as one mechanism to obviously help. First of all, I can't stand bloody reading. They said, oh, now I'm writing bloody music with big artists, but anyway, you know. So, yeah, I literally started as a diary again. Similar situation to obviously the music. Started as a diary, and then all of a sudden, I was there in situations and I found myself writing. So I thought, well, if I can't find a book that's by someone that's actually suffering, it's only by people that are professional people and explaining the possibility of how or why this is sort of happening, then I'm just going to create one. And when I'm saying this is happening to me right now, the person that's reading it can understand, you know, so all the grammar is incorrect. You know, you got pictures in there, you got, I mean, I went in from when I was in hospital, you know, through to medication that I've taken, experiences of my own, and also I had like interviews with people that were kind enough to be a part of the book. So at the end of it, you can read about other people's experiences as well. So it's all about relating. So I basically sent the book off to a publishers just on a whim, basically. And 2 or 3 weeks later, they've come back with a publishing deal offer. I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is quite sick. And then they wanted to change the language. And there was a couple of other bits that just weren't sitting right with me. So anyway, left that. Then there was another publishing company that also hit me up. And it was the same sort of scenario. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to self-publish. Like, sod it. Like, I'll give it a go. And now we're up to 6,500 organic followers on Facebook. The book sold quite well.
Wow.
It was picked up by a guy from Channel 4 about the possibility of making it into like a, you know, like a, over in England, we have like a short series, like 3 or 4 sort of late night to see how it goes. And that didn't go ahead because I had to create a pilot myself, which is fine, not begrudging it. It was the opportunity that counts. But it's going to cost me a lot of money for something that could or could not have obviously gone off. So fast forwarding now, obviously, say 3 years from that, I'm working with some great people around me that are in the film industry. And we're literally talking about creating this book into the film. And yeah, again, same as the music, I'm just utilizing all the opportunities that I've had from the music and obviously the professional people that I've met alongside set of filming, whether it be in film or for series, for BBC, Channel 4, all this sort of stuff. And I'm really trying to collaborate everyone, first of all, for positivity of connecting good people with more good people. But secondly, just let's make this happen, you know, because this could be quite cool. So everything's up in the air at the moment. There's nothing completely confirmed, but I would suggest that by next year, we're going to hopefully have some sort of product for it. Because, yeah, the people that I'm dealing with or working alongside are kind enough to be pushing it hard, you know, and there's a lot of conversations back and forward at the moment. So, yeah, in between writing and recording and everything else, it's I'm doing that as well.
That's awesome. You know, success may look like overnight success to a lot of people, but it takes years. It takes a lot of trial and error. Some of the biggest artists, they weren't on their first label or their second label. You might get dropped and get on another label. Yeah. And, you know, everything works out at the right time. Now, we're running out of time. We got about a minute left, but what's the name of the book and where can the people find it? Just find out more about it.
Sure. So it's called Tierz Behind the Smile, Tears Behind the Smile. You can find it on Amazon. I've got it up for free on Amazon, purely because how life is and how expensive it is, and the whole idea of the book is to help people. So you know, or you can download it as a hard copy. I think it's about £12 off Amazon. It's something like that. So it, you know, but most people have Kindles anyway, don't they? So yeah, that's where it's at the moment. That's where it's at the moment.
I love that. I love that title, man. I love the message, and I think other people, other artists watching, it's like, you know, for even some people right now, like look at Jay-Z. Yes, he was an incredible artist, but he went on to have fashion lines. He went on to have his own record label. He went on to invest in different beverages and things like that. And, you know, being an artist is creative, but you can create a lot of different lanes. And, you know, as much as you might want music to be your biggest lane, what you might not expect might be what takes you to where you're trying to go. And I think this book, although you make good music, you're a talented, you know, songwriter and perform and all that, but it's like, who would have known that this book is going to open up all these other doors for you too, man. So I just salute you, man, your journey, your perseverance, or perseverance maybe is the word. Perseverance might be a new word in the dictionary, man. Sometimes I create my own words, but man, I'm very impressed. And, you know, going through your Instagram page and your music is, you know, you get a little bit of the person, but I think today we definitely got to know you a lot better. Is there anything else you want to mention? Any shout outs you want to give?
I just want to first of all shout out to obviously yourself for inviting me kindly. It means a lot. Obviously, people like you are and your platform are so important for obviously artists like myself. I'd like to shout out to my 2 kids, Archer and Kaden, my other half Stacey, and my team Lockstock. Shout out to the JJ, J Gun, Noah Johnson, P-nology, Twine. Too many. Trixie. Everyone. It's just everyone. Everyone's supporting them, and everyone that's watching as well. And I really hope that you do well. you know, to the people that are watching this and our artists, I really hope you do well.